Hello, fellas, folks. Welcome to this episode. I've got so much to do, guys. Let me tell you about what I've planned. So obviously, this is not the final floor. It's gonna have 2 more floors above it. I've mentioned this in a previous episode. In today's episode, I'm going to add the 2nd floor onto it. We're gonna build the staircase right here, and we're gonna go right up to the roof. It's gonna be real cool. Everybody's gonna be like, oh, nice, very cool. Here's the schematics for what that's gonna look like. Go ahead and pull that up, future me. Awesome possum. Yeah, so it's gonna be mostly like laboratory work today on that. However, here's my thought process when I was planning out this episode. We already did an episode where we did a floor of this building. I didn't want to do another one that was just the same type of stuff. So what I decided to plan for as well, just some supplementary, I thought maybe I should add a place that would help me build this, you know, something that can smelt a little bit faster since I use a lot of smooth stone. I just smelt a lot of things. I don't like smelting. So I'm gonna need to build a super smelter. Right, I did like a little foreshadowing about that in the last episode. Where am I going to build a super shelter though? A super smelter, a super smelter, a super smelter, a spooky speller. What am I saying? Super natural. No, I need to just bite the bullet and start scripting episodes, man. A super smelter. Where am I going to put a super smelter at? Because as you can see, there's not a whole lot of balcony room on the crevice over here. That's what this place is called, by the way, the crevice. I don't know if I've publicly said that or not. It's called the crevice. The crevice. There's that for your little brains. But where are we gonna put the super smelter? Well, I had a brilliant idea that's going to be detrimental to my mental health. Right in here is this ugly room that I've been sleeping in for the past 3 months. You can see I've tunneled this place out. Why am I gonna put a super smelter in my own room? Well, above us is a really flat plateau. There's nothing up there. My idea is to dig a giant tunnel, a giant hole right here, a big circle, 21 blocks in diameter, and then have a bunch of farms in the middle of there. Might move the sheep in here. Might move, I want to do concrete, I want to have bricks, I want to have potions, I want to have just a center, and it's going to be a long spiral cylinder with staircases. It's gonna look really cool, but it is a project that's going to take a really long time, so it's gonna be an over a couple episodes build. So what I'm going to do this episode, all the plans that I'm planning, is we're going to hollow out this tunnel, this giant cylinder. We're going to build a glass dome over it. We're going to build a super smelter. And then off camera, I'm going to build that and then take you on a tour of the 2nd floor once I'm done with it. So this episode's never coming out, I guess. Anyways, first we got to build the tunnel. And I'm going to do that in a quick little... I'm not going to time lapse. I'm not going to take up that much space on my computer. I'm gonna stop recording. You guys are just gonna see this giant tunnel. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Transition! And transition done. Look at this. Look at this hole that I just dug. That's the top. This took forever. I know it doesn't look like a perfect circle because the top is very uneven, but we're gonna fix that here in a bit. However, we got some things to do first, and that is building the super smelter, because all of these walls are all going to need some stone bricks, and we need to smelt up some stone. Ugh, it's gonna take forever. That's fine. Real quick, this is how it looks from the top, just in case you wanted to see just how deep this hole is. We got to go down to the... Just realized there's not a real good way to get down from here. Uh-oh. We have to get to the storage room real fast and grab some supplies for the... Oh my gosh. Super smelter. Man, I finally got the sentence out. Alright, so what I've got in my inventory right now is over a stack of iron and some iron nuggets. I don't know why I have nuggets. Let's put the nuggets away. I have never built a super smelter before, so I'm using a guide. I'm going to link it right here. Go check out this person right here. I forgot the name because I'm not looking at it right now, but future me has it pulled up. So go check that out. We're going to have the super smelter on the other end of this. It's going to be a room very similar to that one, except it's not going to be a long hallway. The vision for this whole cylinder right here is to have kind of some stairs going up. It's gonna be very crisscrossy. I'm imagining the water temple from The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, except very wood oriented. I'm really leaning in on the vertical aesthetic of my base. Real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and mine out this area for the super smelter and we'll get started. Okay, I've mined out the area where we're gonna put the super smelter. It didn't take too long. It's actually kind of relieving after mining something as big and deep as this. I did this all with stone pickaxes, by the way. It took me 2 days. 2 days. Oh no. I don't even have a way back up. Alright, so items we'll need is a couple chests. I'm gonna try to simplify the video that I saw, just to make sure I'm not using too much iron, because I don't have a huge supply of that and I have no idea how to make an iron farm. I've tried before, but it never really works for me. Alright, so let's figure this out. We put a chest right here. This is going to be our collection. Ooh, we need glass right here. We need some sort of lever right here to turn it on. I'm going to do just 4 hoppers on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, furnace, 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 furnace. Lever right there. And we need hoppers on top. Hoppers on top, hoppers on top, hoppers on top. Hopper here, hopper here, hopper here, hopper here. Rails, rails. Rails, rails. Rails, rails. Powered rail. Redstone torch. Make sure those are activated. Hopper goes right there. Now, if I'm right, this should work now. I just need the Minecraft chests. The Minecraft chests. The minecart chests. I am not speaking good today. I've had a lot of difficulty with inventory management, so it's a good thing I had Copper here helping me, and he's actually been better today. I'm definitely living up to him. But see these 4 chests right here, plus this one right here, these 5 chests. This is all the cobblestone I mined with stone pickaxes. Too much, too much. Now, minecarts. 2 of these. Yeah. My favorite block in the game. Minecart with chest. We put 1 chest here. We put the other chest... not there. Right there. Alright, in the large chest, we put our coal. In the minecart, we put our stone that we're going to smelt down. Then we can hit this lever and there they go. Oh my gosh, it's actually working. We check in here. Any second now. Wow. Incredible. Incredible. This is my first time using minecarts for redstone, and it's really fun. Go subscribe to this guy. I'm gonna go do it right now actually. Boom. Subscribed. And while you're at it, you know what guys, you can go ahead and like and subscribe me. Do that too. While that's going, I'm gonna go ahead and start making all of this look pretty, putting walls in, putting floors in this room. This is gonna keep going down probably the more rooms I add in. When I come back, we're gonna put a glass dome up there. It might even have, I don't know, maybe a picture of my face on it. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe just a G, because I'm not gonna be able to. Oh my gosh, I did it again. I can't walk like this. I can't walk in a straight line. It's like wearing the drunk goggles. Or being drunk, I guess. Now seems like a good time to just go ahead and skip to the it's done part. Like, do a transition. Future me, go ahead and do a transition right now. Are you doing a transition? Transition? Are you doing a transition? Are you doing a transition? Hey, are you doing a transition? Alright, it is finished. Look at this. I think it's pretty neat. Obviously it's not running right now, but this is the smelting room. I think it looks really nice. I have a record player right here. I've been wanting to use this for a while. This is the Creator music box. Let's hear what it has to say. Yeah, real vibe killer, that one. No, I actually do like that one. I have some chairs right here because sometimes smelting takes a while, you know. So you just kind of gotta wait, sit in the waiting room, wait on it to smelt. You know how it is. Put some artwork right here. This looks really cool. I don't know what all the artwork that they added in this game is really nice. This is a little maintenance area where if something, God forbid, goes wrong in this, I can put it back together real easy right here. And of course I use my favorite lanterns ever. I love copper. Wowzers, just adore it. But yeah, now we have like no more iron because I used it all. I also used all my armor, it looks like. Alright, so what's the next step? We have to do something about this roof. Right now, it's just a big hole where we can see the sun, and that's cool and all. But I think it needs to be a little bit more. I'm gonna do some stained glass in a dome, and it's gonna. Hey, dude, kind of in my shot here. Kind of in my shot. All right, thank you. We're gonna do a big dome over the entire place. It's gonna have a big G on it for graphite, and it's gonna be like, wow, that's cool, that's cool. My name is Graphite, by the way. If you're a new viewer and didn't know that, just didn't look at the name on the bottom of the screen, I guess that's what I go by. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do a time lapse of that with dirt. Here we go. Alright, the dome has been finished. It's up top with some dirt. I still need to put some cobbly stone in there to make sure I know where I'm going to put all the different colors, which is basically just going to be 2. I think I'm going to do red and green. Those are the easiest to get since I have cactus and there's, you know, those rose bushes outside. Ooh, look at all the stuff in here. We're not going to look at that just yet. I've loaded all this up with wood because I can't afford coal at the moment. I don't have any more. Alright, so that's going to be making the glass for up top. Let's go grab some cobblestone and see what we can do about a little looky thing. A creeper blew up here because it got really dark. That's what that is. Actually, now that I've been distracted by this creeper thing, I'm going to go ahead and build the staircases up. That way I can actually walk down whenever I'm up there instead of having to jump down the cliff. This is a bubble elevator. I shouldn't have done a bubble elevator. Anyways, time to build those staircases. Alright. So I made this just as a test to see what it would look like because I figured it would be easier to go downwards first so I had a bottom to land on. I'm really proud of these spiral steps. I'm usually not great at spirals or anything non-Euclidean. And I mean, I kind of don't like how they're straight right here. Like it's a straight edge, but I mean, it looks pretty good, right? Like the grand staircase from the Titanic. Never forget. Yeah, I'm gonna do that all the way up now. it'll be close enough that I don't have to jump off a cliff to get down. Alright, here we go. Now I can get all the way up. This is what I envisioned for the staircase. I've got to put some copper railings just like outside on here. But I think it looks really nice. You know, albeit it's a lot of walking, which kind of eliminates the issue we fixed in last episode when I built that elevator to get between 2 floors. I just added several more floors to this. The crevice has grown substantially, and of course it'll continue down here as well, as far as I need it. This is kind of overwhelming because I also have that other project to do. Haven't even started on that yet. The iWatch building. I'm supposed to have the 2nd floor done in this episode, so let's get this dome done so we can move on to that, right? So I can be done with this episode. I'm so tired. Ah, great. It snowed all over my dirt. My mound. Okay, here's the center of the entire place. We've got to figure out what this is gonna look like. Also have to get rid of all this snow. Goodness. Okay, I thought through doing a G now for a little bit. I think I want to disregard that plan and go with like a symbol of sorts. That's just kind of like a star or like some sort of burst, like a starburst, but not like that starburst. Get that off the screen. Put up an image that I'm going for on the screen. Feature me. Yeah, that. I think that looks cool, right? So I've just got to figure out how to make that. Okay, so it's gonna look like the inside of a melon. That's what it's gonna look like. It's unintentional, but that's what it's gonna look like. I don't have any control over that. You guys know how it is. Sometimes melons happen. How many red blocks do I need and how many green? Okay, I'm gonna get a stack of the red glass, I'm gonna get a stack of the green glass, and then we're just gonna put them together. Time to go throw some glass into a thing, and then the dome's gonna be done. This is so many steps. Do you guys ever just kind of start regretting what you're doing? Like, not that it's something that's bad, but like, it's just really big, and you realize that you've taken on a whole lot of work, and you might not have the resources or the time or the energy to be able to complete it. But you also may. I mean, this is making me a little anxious because I've started 2 really massive projects, and I just don't know where to draw the line. I don't have a quitting point for either object. As far as I know, this hole is going to go down all the way to bedrock eventually. And that overwhelms me, because I've just started. I've only just started. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's fine. We'll power through. The sheer infiniteness of it is it's gonna keep me going. I think. I hope. But there has to be a day when this project is done. My only fear isn't that I'm not gonna finish it, because I definitely will. I can't not finish something. It's written in my blood. I'm afraid that it's not gonna be good. But I guess as long as I put in the effort, I'll still be proud of it, and that's what really matters, right? Because this is bigger than really any other Minecraft world I've ever done, mostly by myself. I mean, you can see the scope that I've done just from here. Got the tower that goes to my whole base that's grown substantially. I've got the mayor's house out there, and then of course we know that the big WATCHi building is out there too, and that's gonna just keep growing as it goes. So really, if I'm worried about if it's going to be worth it to me, I guess it already is. The only direction to go is up from here. That's good. It's 4 in the morning, so I'm just kind of having these talks to myself right now. What fun. Alright, here it is. It looks like an asterisk. This took a little bit. There's a lot of glass up here. But also, this is mostly done. This is as much as we're doing today. I don't want to burn myself out on this project already, just when we've started. So this is this is how it's gonna look right now. And I'm very proud of it. It does look a little weird, like a fruit, but it looks like a sun. Maybe someday I'll change the design just a little bit. But for now, I'm very proud of how much I've gotten done this episode. In the future, we're gonna absolutely detail this up a little bit. But like I said, we also have a ton to do on the WATCHi building. You're not gonna see it though. We're gonna take a tour right after we get down here. But I've got to, in real time, build it, which is gonna suck a little bit, but that's fine. I can put in the effort. As you can see, I put in the copper railings here, just like outside. In the future, I think I need to get some of the firefly bushes in the walls so that we get that atmosphere as well. But I think this looks really nice. Obviously, we're gonna have more rooms over in these areas. We're gonna put some lanterns here eventually. These are all things that I just haven't gotten to due to time, and it's been slow going. I don't have that many materials anymore. I used them all up. Really proud of this room. This looks really nice. I like how this has changed colors. I didn't realize they would oxidize, but I'm totally there for it. Also, this area right here, I don't know what to do with this hallway. I mean, I could give it a similar design to this area, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do some sort of like spiral. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think I should do, because I'm not really sure what to do with this hallway. Kind of bland, kind of awkward. The only reason it's out this long is so that I didn't run into the nether portal when digging down, because it's like right here. Just barely missed it. Now it's time for me to build this building, the second floor of this building, and then we'll take the tour right now. Here we go. And here we are back at the WATCHi building. I can't remember if I did a transition in the last clip. It has been 3 days. It's been 3 days I've spent building this monstrosity. It's the second floor. I think it's pretty good. The longest part that it took was just finding all the shroom lights for the lighting. As you know, or as you might know, in this building, all of the lights are shroom lights, which isn't uncommon, but goodness, finding 2 stacks per floor in the nether is ridiculous. So that took forever. We're not going to focus on the first floor today since it's been done for a while, but I do want to show you this water cooler that I added down here just for fun. And then I also added it up here on the second floor. This is your guys' first look at the second floor, which is pretty cool. Here's the other water cooler. So up here, we've got a couple less rooms. Go ahead and show the map, future me. Perfect. So there's not as many rooms, but there was a lot of stuff to put in the rooms. I like this carpet right here. This feels like a carpet that I would see in real life. And there's this bench where you can sit outside of the conference room, which will be the first room we look at today. So in here, we have my new favorite painting in the entire game. I did not know that this is one. It's beautiful. I couldn't find my other favorite painting, which I believe was a 3x3. If I'm wrong, let me know. But it was just a big old Minecraft landscape, and it was really nice. This one's also really nice though. I like that. This is a conference room where they have meetings and stuff. Obviously some computers are open, some computers are closed, just for... those are details, I guess. Some of them have this bar right here. I don't know what this is. This felt like something that you would put in front of you. Maybe it's some sort of like, you know, those keyboards that people who take minutes. I don't know what they're called. Put the information they're talking about on the screen. Future me? Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Great job. Anyways, the highlight of this room is definitely the picture of the dog. Also, the ceiling's a little bit higher to accommodate for this window right here, which also has the nice little WATCHi insignia here. I think it ties the whole building together. Over here now, we just have some classic office rooms like below, except there are only 3. And then we have another map room. Look at this. This is very similar to the one that I have on my base way over there, except this one is on the wall, which is cool. I thought it would take me longer to do this, but it turns out using the cartography table you can just copy maps, which is really nice. Our WATCHi building right here, and then right up here there's our base with the new circle that we included. Everything we've done today, huge projects that they're showing up on maps. Before we get too far that way, I want to show you guys the bunks. There's not much going on in this room. This is a TV. They're all playing Donkey Kong on here, I guess. Not a whole lot to say about this room. This is just where they sleep whenever they don't have enough time to get home. That one guy, the Agent Cross or whoever, he's been complaining about wherever he lives. I think he lives by the mayor. So this is a little place for him to sleep if he can't make it home, you know? At the end here is a transmission room. This links up directly with the comms room right below us. This is where they can talk to people. It's got a radio. This goes all the way up past where the roof is going to be, so it's going to stick up a little bit. They're also researching a little bit on that radio that we found the other day. That's in another room though, and we'll get to that eventually. Actually, we'll get to it now. This is the lab. This is the big room, and it's got a lot. There are a lot of colors and things going on here. I don't even know where to start talking about this. I kind of came up with some sort of story for each one, just as like so I have a reason to put some blocks down. There's a really weird assortment of them. I'm calling this like a measurement of energy. Like they're measuring how far energy goes before it changes or dissipates. I don't know. It's just kind of like a little science lab thingy that I thought, oh, this might go here. That's what I pictured this kind of being. I don't know, does that make sense? Over here, we have the radio from the other episode that they brought in from that truck. I'm not going to touch it this time because it messed with my recording a little bit. We have some computers set up. They are linking it up with some redstone torches to see what powers it best. Obviously the regular torch isn't. Redstone torch is powering it. I don't know. Then we have this wire hooked up to this redstone block, which I'm saying is like a control block here. And then we didn't have another brewing stand, so I just kind of, this glass pane kind of looked like one, and then with the copper trapdoors next to it. I don't know. It looks sciencey, and I thought, oh, this belongs in a lab. We gotta study whatever this is. Who knows what this is? Oh, golly. Over here, we got a little gated off area. This is holding some more of those boxes for the radios. I think they're just being studied. They're being hung up on the wall, or hung up on the ceiling rather, because that's where they're hanging from. I really like the chains. I think that's what I focus most on this floor, is the chains. You haven't seen them in a whole lot of rooms, but there are a lot. We have these test tubes up here, which are all sorts of different colors. This, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. They're just putting things in the test tubes to keep them healthy, I guess. I don't know, whatever you do with test tubes, I guess. Moving on though, this is the blood work lab. We got a clumsy blood worker. They left blood all over the place. We have a IV drip bag right here. This is where patients lay down, get their blood taken. Pretty simplistic room. This is just for checkups. It's a government building, so you gotta make sure nobody's taking things that they, shouldn't be, I guess. Next room we'll look at is the debriefing room. I really like this room. This is where they use this projector to do slideshows and stuff. I haven't seen any of their slideshows, but I don't know if you have. They would go onto this wall of quartz, which will project exactly what they're saying. And I think that's pretty cool. Of course, then we also have the nurse's room, some more IV bags, 3 little cubicles where they can go. I decided to use a bunch of dye right here because it seems kind of pristine. This feels like something I would see in a doctor's office, right? Like that's the type of walls they have. I think this next room is my favorite. This is the gym. But I tried to build some weights right here. A little place where you can lift more weights. That's all gyms are, Treadmill. You have like one of these, I want to call it something, but I know it'll be wrong. Where you do like the squats and then you lift it with your legs. I don't know, whatever those things are called. future me will put pictures over all of these. We have a yoga mat. I don't have a lot to say about this. We have that thing where you hit it, you know, and it swings back and forth. More chain action. This is supposed to be a mirror. I really want mirror blocks in Minecraft. I don't know why we haven't gotten those yet. Final room is this janitor's room. Not a whole lot to say about this one. I just kind of crammed a bunch of stuff in here. Chest, barrel, obviously. This is supposed to be a mop. A little place to hang utensils, like this broom right here. This is very clearly a broom. Trash can, and it looks like the janitor missed the trash can a little bit too, because it's just kind of right by it. Oopsie daisy. That is the entirety of this second floor. That is the most I've ever had to do for an episode. So, you can imagine I'm kind of beat. However, I've still got to edit this, and then I've still got to do the third floor, which is the final floor of this building, going upwards anyway. So we're finally going to get to a roof. We're finally get to everything. It's gonna be great. We're gonna do that next episode. We're also gonna build one machine that's gonna help with the roof because, believe it or not, smooth stone takes a lot of fuel to work. Wow, we did a lot this episode. I mean, this is so much. One might even say too much. So next episode, we're adding another room in this pit, and then we're gonna finish up the iWatch building. I've said that a bunch now. I'm just so excited to do that. And then after that, we're gonna start terraforming the ground, trying to get it all grassy, fix up the mountain a little bit. I'm excited for that, and I think I'm also going to stream that. So be sure to check Twitch and YouTube live, because who knows what I'm going to do. We've reached the point of the video where I should be ending it, but instead I'm rambling about nothing. So, without further ado, I'll see you guys next time. Later, taters. Get through the door. Thank you. Bye-bye.